My name is Jeff. 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 My name is Jeff.
Hey nerds, welcome back to the worst YouTube channel on earth. Today we're going to be talking about conditional probability. So conditional probability is the probability that an event happens given that another event has already happened. This event that has already happened is called the condition or the given. Another way to think of conditional probability is as a probability of a probability. You're basically finding the probability of an event given that another probability has already happened. So in a way, the number of outcomes in your given becomes your new sample space, and the total number of outcomes of your event can only be chosen from this new sample space, which is technically an event on its own. So we annotate the probability of B given A as probability of B slash A. So the formula to find this out is probability of B and A over probability of A, since you can only take events from probability B that already have probability A satisfied. So another way to think of it is as both over given. So both B and A over just the given, which is A. So an example would be flipping a coin 3 times, so you draw out the sample space, and conditional probability, what is the probability that you get exactly one head given that you flip tails first? So the given is you flip tails first, so that would be 4 out of 8. So the number of outcomes where you flip tails first is 4. Now we have to choose the number of outcomes where we flipped exactly one head. However, you'll notice that there is one outcome on the left side where we have one head, but we can't choose that because remember, we can only choose outcomes that already satisfy the given. So we can only choose outcomes from this red box. So there's those 2 outcomes that have exactly one head in them and also have tails first. So there's 2 outcomes out of 4 or 1/2. Here's another note. Let's say that the 2 events are independent. So as you remember, they don't affect each other. So if A and B are independent, then the probability of A and B happening is probability of A times probability of B. So the probability of B given A would be probability of B times probability of A over probability of A. So the probabilities of A would cancel out and you would end up with just probability of B. So if A and B are independent, B given A is just probability of B. And that makes sense because if B and A don't affect each other, then it doesn't matter what A is. The probability of B will just be what it is. Now on to some practice problems. Let's say you draw 2 cards from a deck, and given that they are both red, what is the probability that they are both aces? So the given is that they are both red. So the number of outcomes where you have both red would be 26C2. And the probability that you draw both aces, given that they're both red, means that they have to be both red aces. You can't take a combination of 4C2 because that also includes the black aces. So you can only take a combination of 2C2 where you have 2 red aces and you take them both at a time. And the probability of that is 1 over 325. On to the next. So Bob, Bill, Mary, Sue, and John all want to be on a sports team that has 3 available spaces. What is the probability that John is not on the team given that Bob and Sue are on the team? So Bob and Sue are on the team, that's a given. And John is not on the team while Bob and Sue are on the team, that's the both. So we have to find out the probability that Bob and Sue are on the team. If we just take Bob and Sue, then that's 1C1 for both of them times 3C1 since there's 3 other people left to choose for the last spot. And then for the both, we will take 1C0 since we won't have John on the team. Well, 1C1 for Bob, 1C1 for Sue, and then there's only 2 people left to choose from, Bill and Mary, for the last spot. So then if you multiply it all out, then you get 2/3. So that was conditional probability. Hope I didn't help. Now get out of here, nerds.
My name is Jeff. My name is Jeff. My name is Jeff. Jeff. My name is Jeff. My name is Jeff. My name is Jeff.